Ever since I started multi-streaming World of Warcraft Classic with the release of the Burning Crusade Anniversary, one question is something that always appears in my chat one way or another. And the question is, Ace, did you ever play Season of Discovery and what do you think about it? And every single time I have to answer, no, unfortunately I haven't played SoD, and now I think it's too late since Blizzard refuses to restart the server so I can have a fresh experience. I have some very good news, guys. On June the 19th, so this coming Friday this month, on Europe, on the WotLK servers, all the big classic streamers, Guzu, Joker.it and others are gonna attempt to try and restart Season of Discovery with the so-called Bake Fresh event. In this video, I'm gonna cover the details of this event, how you, the players, can join this event, or if you're not a creator, what you can expect from this event, and how I personally will be approaching it. We, the World of Warcraft Classic community, are currently in a little bit of a limbo. We're waiting for Mount Hyjal and the Black Temple to be released on TBC Anniversary, and at the same time, we're also waiting for BlizzCon to start this September, so we can finally see what the future for World of Warcraft Classic actually is. If there was ever a chance to restart SoD on a larger scale, I believe this current window where we are at right now is the best time to do it. So here's how this is gonna work. World of Warcraft Classic content creators Guzu, Savix, Joker.it, Sunglitters and LMGD will be creating guilds on Friday, June 19th on the Wild Growth European server. If you're American, you can of course also play this service, if you can of course bear the ping differential. Basically, in an effort to rebalance the server population, these guilds will be rolling on the Horde side. The reason they're going on the Horde side is because Horde is basically dead on Wild Growth and it's fully alliance controlled. So each of the streamers are gonna have their own guilds, and while they will be playing together, the rules on each guilds are gonna be completely different. If we take for example Joker's guild, his guild will have basically no rules, other than the characters in the guilds will be required to have a specific suffix in their name to know that you are basically a brand new character and that you are created for this event. But any characters you already had leveled up and geared up for Season of Discovery can join the guild a little bit later after they have cleared the Scarlet Enclave raid. Guzu's guild, on the other hand, is something I found to be a little bit more interesting. Rather than rushing to level 60 and getting all the best gear and just buying guild outright on the auction house, Guzu has prepared to prevent his players in his guild from doing that. So his guild is going to be running some type of an add-on which is going to make it so that you can only trade with the guild members. It's going to be kind of guild found gear for every single member. Additionally, Guzu's guild will periodically turn off experience gains in order to better emulate the original release cadence of Season of Discovery. These leveling brackets will be the same as they were in the original release of SoD release phases, with level caps of level 25, 40 and 50, with leveling phases lasting around 10 days each. So here's how Guzu's community event is gonna work like. On June the 19th, you're gonna log in and start leveling to level 25. On the same day, Guzu is hoping to clear the BFD first raid of Season of Discovery. After that, there's going to be a short pause of about 7 to 10 days, and then on June the 29th, he's going to attempt to clear Gnomaragan, and then Sunken Temple on July the 8th, and then finally the culmination of this event, Scarlet Enclave on July the 15th. The reason I personally decided to go for Guzu's guild and not the other guilds is because I find just smashing everything to level 60, buying the gear on the auction house, to be extremely boring. I'm gonna be doing the same thing I'm doing on TBC Anniversary if I choose that path, which is gonna be basically raid logging or leveling alts. And I, as somebody who hasn't played Season of Discovery before, I want an experience that is closest to the original release of Season of Discovery all the way back in 2023. And with the breaks that Guzu is gonna have between the level brackets and the raids of 7 to 10 days, still gives me ample time to worry about my TBC Anniversary raid lockouts and leveling my alts on that version of the game as well, because TBC Anniversary is still kind of going strong when it comes down to the raiding scene, so I don't want to leave my characters behind over there. So if you are brand new to Season of Discovery, I would recommend that you should also check Guzu's guild out. And here is how LMGD's guild is gonna work like. The only rule in his guild is to have a suffix that's going to be the same as Joker's guild and will be announced 5 to 10 minutes before the event starts. The only rule that he is demanding in his guild to not get kicked from it is to not cause drama within the guild or with other guilds and streamers. His plans for that guild are as follows. My guild is going to have one 20-man raid that's trying to kill Calderon ASAP. It would be lovely to kill it on day 8 after creating characters, but might not be realistic, so therefore day 12 after creating characters in the main goal, so at the third lockout they're hoping to clear Scarlet Enclave. He also notes that if you're planning to level slow and enjoy all the raids, he himself will have over 4 alts at level 60 and fully geared within the first few days, so he can help out the people who are coming in a little bit later and want to do those raids maybe 2 or 3 weeks after they have been leveled. Whenever enough people ding level 60, I will instantly start organizing multiple 30 to 40 man no gatekeeping raids so anyone can join that. So when does this event actually start? It's gonna begin around noon Central European time on June the 19th. Event characters will be required to have a specific suffix in their name, and it's also gonna be announced on June 19th, a few hours before the event starts. So I'll recommend that you join the Discord, and I will leave the link to this Wowhead article in this video description so you can fully inform yourself where to join on the Discord and see the full details of each guild. But I recommend being online an hour or so before this noon timeline is happening on June the 19th. So once they announce the suffix, you can just create a character, fix your UI really fast, and then go and blast. As I mentioned before, the event is taking place on the Wild Growth European server on the Horde side. But if you don't want to join any of the guilds from the streamers, you can also just start playing the game yourself, make your own guild, play with your own group, but it's just going to be a bit nicer to see a bit more populated Season of Discovery. I'm currently extremely hooked streaming and playing the Burning Crusade Anniversary, and it was a hard decision for me to kind of just let go of my characters and go try Season of Discovery. But I truly believe that this is probably the final time I will have a real opportunity to try Season of Discovery before Classic Plus is out or Wrath of the Lich King Anniversary. So if you ever wanted to try Season of Discovery and you were like me and just didn't have the time to try it back in the day, I believe that this is probably the final chance to play it and see it a little bit more populated. I will also be streaming Season of Discovery on June the 19th. My socials are gonna be in this video description. I'm multi-stream, so I will also be live on YouTube along with Twitch and TikTok. Thank you so much for all the support as usual, and I hope to see you on Season of Discovery. This is Ace signing out. Peace out.